Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. That is Lauren. And yeah, it's time to drink some whiskey today. And by golly, oh gosh, I'm excited. Look at what we have. Look at the spread that we have before us. Not only does Lauren have her cookies and a J. Henry Old Fashioned, but also tonight we have the Little Book, Chapter 8, called Path Not Taken, which is a blend of one 18-year high rye bourbon and a bunch of ryes, which we'll get into later. Also, we have the Maker's Mark, the Heart release, which is their 2024 limited edition. And then newcomer just showed up today, actually, is Evernorth Spirits, the Night Stalker Batch 2 or Volume 2. This is from Bourbon Junkies. And I actually am extremely excited to taste this. So that's super cool. That being said, welcome to it, everybody. How is everyone's night going? I hope everyone's enjoying their night. Hopefully...
It's Tuesday. You got that?
Yeah, today's Tuesday.
Are you sure? Because you're stumbling over your words.
I was just trying to think about the weather recently and think about if everywhere has shit weather, if it's just Wisconsin. Lauren and I woke up last night in the middle of the night at 3 a.m.
No, I woke up at 1 a.m. And then I fell back asleep, and then I woke up at 3 a.m.
And
it was like a strobe light was in our room.
Yeah, it was like the lightning was consistent, nonstop, like a never-ending flashing light, and the thunder was loud as shit, and there was rain and a lot of wind, and it was sketchy to say the least. But we got through it okay, so
but
no worries there.
Threw up everywhere.
Murtaugh did in fact puke all over the floor. That's not cool.
I'm sure because he was kicked.
Probably, although he did bark before.
Yeah, but I don't think he was barking because he was kicked.
Well, maybe he puked and then he started barking, or he barked and then puked. Trying to get us to bring him outside. Because he does know when it's puking time that he has to go outside.
Bark, so no, I don't think he would.
Well, I know that's because we weren't in there, though. I don't know, but needless to say, we got it cleaned up, and now I just have to drink whiskey, so I'm super excited about that. I think these are all decent proofs. I don't know, I guess the proof of this one, I don't know off the top of my head. It's so nice they have all the different stuff in this bottle. Barrel proof at 60% alcohol by volume, so 120 proof. This guy is 111, and this guy is 118. So I'll probably start with the Maker's Mark. But let's say hi to the people. Okay. Peter's in the chat. Peter, cheers to you, good sir. How are you now? Dan Bino is also in the chat, says, cheers, Bino in the house. Bino, salute. Derek Whiting is here, says, cheers, everyone. Derek Whiting, cheers to you, good sir. Stacy H, 4-Leaf Whiskey is here, says, cheers, everyone. Cheers to you, Stacy. How's your night going? Derek says, cheers, as always. Tell people going down the line. Sugar Kitty is here, says, meow, meow, Gary. Sugar Kitty, cheers to you, sir. Welcome to it. Tater Dom is here, says, cheers. Tater Dom, welcome. Welcome. Yes, welcome to the Lauren Show, where Lauren takes over, eats the cookies, and drinks old fashions. You know it's going to be a good day when Lauren has happy bouncing, cookies, and liquor.
Do you think that we could make like a sugar cookie old fashioned for like Christmas time? And make like Christmas cookies and eat.
At first, I thought you said sugar kitty old fashioned, because I was so used to that to being the sugar word on the show. But sugar cookie old fashioned, probably. Yeah, I mean, maybe like almond extract or like an almond syrup or something like that, or like amaretto. Amaretto would probably be the right one for that. Right? I mean, that's that sugar cookie-esque. But anyway, Christmas is a ways off. So
we're halfway to Christmas. Actually, halfway to Christmas today.
Peter says, "What is that Maker's Mark?" So this is their their new wood finishing series. This is what they released, in replacement of the wood finishing series that ended last year with the BEP. So this is their new line of wood finishing series, and this is 2024's The Heart release. It's called. Its code is BR22A. But I'm pretty sure people are just going to base it off of the batch name. Why is my voice cracking so much? People are just going to name it after the batch name, which is the Heart release. But yeah, this just dropped. And it was only like $60 or like $65. Super awesome. I did open up and have a drink yesterday. Same with this guy because I could not wait one more day. I was just too excited for them. And I kept meaning to drink them sooner and I just didn't. But yeah, the Maker's Mark. I love Maker's Mark. You guys know that. I always love Maker's Mark, so I could not pass on an opportunity to get one of their limited editions. Bino says yes, it was stormy. Derek said he's sipping on a Sagamore Spirit aged in tequila barrels. Oh, quinky dink. This Night Stalker. Sorry, they have two lines. One of them's called Night Stalker. The other one's called Spirit Walker. And I was just makes my brain melt trying to say the name. This one actually has 3 different Sagamore whiskeys in it. So, yeah. Al Gordon says, watching from Colorado. First timer, Al Gordon, welcome to it, man. Thank you for coming in, and we appreciate you.
Sounds like people watching like a superhero movie, doesn't it?
Al Gordon?
Al Gordon.
Yeah, it does. Do you have superpowers that you'd like to share with us, Mr. Al Gordon? Or are you just Batman's partner in crime? Are you the late son of Jim Gordon, right? Jim Gordon?
There was someone that came into Station 1 last time I worked, and they had like a real, their last name was something man, but like the first part of it was like, it was a superhero, I just can't remember which one. It was something man, it was like Flash Man, or it was something like that.
Flash Man?
Is that dirty? I don't remember, but I asked him, I was like, oh, do people just, is that your superhero name or is that your real one? He goes, it's a superhero from the snow, whatever, but not what I'm named after.
Something Man.
I think, I want to say it was the Flash Man, or the Frank Man, or the for some reason F is in my brain, or the Strike Man, or like the Lightning Man, I don't remember. I remember thinking, wow, you're like a superhero.
I don't know. That's the first I've ever heard of it. But welcome anyway, Al. We're glad you're able to make it. Sarah Tilot says, cheers, motherfuckers. Sarah, the language. That is...
We have to explain to Al that she always comes in here and starts swearing.
Yes, Sarah is a school teacher who likes profanity. She says, I love me some cookies. Oh, also, she's my sister-in-law. I love me some cookies. Me too. I love cookies. Honestly, if I could eat cookies every single day, I would. He says, I can make whiskey disappear. That is probably the best superpower that you can have.
He's the whiskey man.
He's the whiskey man. Al Gordon, the whiskey man. Absolutely. Well, Al, we're glad you're able to make it. I'm going to do some whiskey disappearing acts tonight as well. I think I'm going to start with the Maker's Mark. Unless you think you should pour me a Mystery Glen. A lower proof Mystery Glen to start me off, or
I'm
no?
supposed to be eating my cookies, not doing work.
Okay,
If you
fine.
just close your eyes right here, I'll pour you one.
I'll just get up.
I know.
I'll be able to hear where you're grabbing from. That's not fair.
I'll grab it from this shelf, so that way it doesn't matter.
But I can hear the direction of where you'd be
I'll
grabbing
pick 3 bottles, and then I'll only pour one out.
I know. I don't want a hint. I just want to be good at blind tasting
Then
whiskey.
go away.
Okay. I'll be back. Lauren is gonna pour one before we get into these. Lauren's a talent a little bit.
Because they already know what's gonna happen. So leave.
Okay, well let me just shove these off to the side here, so that you can have your space. I'll be back. Marta, you can stay.
When you shut the door, the other door opened, and that was spooky. We're gonna do this one today, because it's right here. Okay. Does everyone see how quiet that was? I would have been perfectly fine.
Martha.
We all heard that.
Martha did it. All right. Oh shit. Sorry, buddy. All right, I'm back. And there's a mystery Glenn in the glass. How did you just have one in mind already, or did you just grab on a whim?
Counted.
Ooh, baby, let's do this thing. Okay, so. I feel like I got a hint of something that's not supposed to be in there.
Let me see. Nail polish remover?
No, not nail polish remover. All right. On the nose, I feel like immediately I get a little bit of something sweet,
I think I spilled it.
red fruity. There might be even a bready aspect in here. It could be pointing toward a wheated bourbon or a wheater. Definitely doesn't smell like a rye. Definitely smells a lot more sweet and on the nose. I feel like I am getting a little bit of like a vegetal note. That I think maybe it's a
I was
glass.
thinking about that ratatouille. That's fine.
I'm thinking about that ratatouille. But either
I
way.
did not have ratatouille for dinner. Because I'm not a talented chef like that.
Wait. That could very well be. That could very well be my double rye finished Manhattan barrels. It's funky. It's definitely got like. It's got some fun stuff going on with it, but Robin Whiting is here. Says cheers all. Thank God it's Tuesday. TGIT. Absolutely. Welcome to it, Robin. All these warm welcomes. Well, we're always glad to see new faces here, Al. So, and especially if you keep showing up, you'll just become a regular of the channel. Eventually, you'll get a wrench, and you'll just be one of the guys.
Where's the famous from?
Colorado.
Oh, where in Colorado?
Where in Colorado? Great question. Breckenridge is in Colorado, right?
Yeah.
No, it didn't say.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he just said Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Watcher from Colorado.
I have family in Colorado.
Yes, she does.
Maybe Night Stalker.
I feel like there's a little bit of like a baked goods note in here, but then when I taste it, it doesn't really reflect that as much. My nose, like I said, I drank some whiskey yesterday, and my nose did feel a little bit more accurate than it did last week after coming off of that sickness. It still gets a little bit runny when I'm like at the gym and like getting physically active. Like I start getting the sniffles, but it's been relatively clear when I'm not at the gym. So
I'm glad Al
shouldn't
gets
be
to
an
come
issue.
on here for his first time and hear about your problems.
he's from Colorado Springs.
That's where.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is Colorado Springs in the general vicinity of Colorado?
So there's like Colorado Springs, Denver, Estes Park, Fort Collins, and they all go up the side, the right side of the mountain range. They're all like an hour apart. So Colorado Springs would be more south than Denver.
Okay. Gotcha. Very cool. Very cool. So. Oh my gosh. That was inappropriate. Why didn't you just say it out loud for the people?
Because I don't want to be that person.
I can do it.
You just know that person got fired from their job.
Seriously. Okay, do you guys know? Now, I don't know how many of you guys would have seen this. Probably everyone, since it's probably easily the most viral video on the internet right now. But the one girl saying, you gotta give them that hot tour. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay, she said spit on that thing.
spit on that thing. Then she says, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she got fired from her job as a kindergarten teacher because the kids kept spitting on everything and saying,
Hot tour. Spit on that thing. I saw this one where it's Arnold Schwarzenegger doing it. He's like, yeah, you got to give it to that hot tour. Spit on that thing. You get me? I don't know. I thought it was really funny. But anyway, maybe in my foreseeable future. As long as I get this right. Apparently. Anyway, where the heck is Casey tonight? Must not be here yet.
He magically show up because he heard you say hot tour.
Yeah. Yeah. True. That's true. He would be here in my column. All right. Let's get another taste on the palate of this guy. Okay. It is a rye. It's got to be a rye. It has to be rye. It has to be like a double rye, I'm trying to think of ryes that I have that are this rye forward. I guess I could look for a dilly note. I honestly can't get past my Manhattan barrel finished double rye because double rye is very
What's
distinct.
that one?
Is it?
This one?
Yeah, double rye is very distinct. It's very rye forward, but it has that like sweet red fruitiness that I get from the Manhattan barrel finish one. I could just be in my brain about it, but if I'm thinking about all the rye whiskeys I have, I mean, I got the double rye, normal double rye, Willet, a couple Redwood Empires, and when I'm talking about arm's length, lower proof stuff, I mean, that would taste like this. I really think it's got to be one of those options. I can't think of anything else it could be. It's very rye forward with a lot of red fruit. No, smells good. I think I'm just gonna have to full send. It's about the fastest. It's about the fastest mystery blend that I've ever done on the channel, but. Okay, we are gonna go. Bourbon. Excuse me. Rye. Finished. 105 proof. And let's call it 60. No. Let's call it $45. And then we'll say that it's the High West Double Rye finished in Manhattan barrels. That's my final answer.
I don't think you're gonna get me, but I don't leave my tongue.
Is that not it? Okay. Second guess would be Willet. Is that not it?
No, it's not it.
Okay, well, if it's not Redwood Empire, then I don't know what it is.
Do you want to keep going?
No.
No, we just tell you.
How about let me know if my things are right. So I said 105 proof.
Why the fuck would I know?
It's a great point. It's a
I
valid
don't know the
point.
bottle.
All right, pull it out. I just gotta see.
You don't want to sit there somewhere and try again?
I actually don't know what it could be. I mean, it feels so rye forward, and I don't know what other ryes I have on the shelf. I mean, I guess because Alberta is way too high proof. I guess it could be the Brothers Bond rye, but I don't remember that one being so rye forward. Although, I do remember maybe the J. Henry and Sons rye being a little bit more rye forward. But that one is, that was a floor whiskey. And I don't think Lauren would have ventured out to the floor.
You must think I'm lazy.
Okay, Brothers Bond rye. J. Henry rye. What is it a rye?
I can't tell you that.
What? Why not? I just need to know before I go through every rye on my...
No.
Okay.
No. Wasn't that strong?
Well, I mean, turkey rye is not that. I mean, red reed rye is not that
I
strong.
thought you were pointing at that one.
No, red reed rye. I guess one thing I haven't had in a while is normal Wild Turkey 101 rye. But it's not that. Okay, I give up. Just tell me what the bottle is. I'm sick of embarrassing myself here on the channel. Go ahead. Not this. This?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Really? So I guess when I said start me off with a nice blind low proofer, you really didn't care.
No, I just turned around and grabbed it and turned back around.
Okay, so this is the limousine rye. The only one I didn't guess. Honestly...
Is that the only one you didn't guess? Because you didn't guess that one, and that's alright.
Well, it wasn't 128.8 proof, that's why. And I would be able to... This hardly, first of all, tastes like rye. It's barely legal. Second of all, it's very, very obviously expensive and decadent. So, anyway, Hanny Z is here, says, how are you now? Holden and Lauren, Hanny Z, how are you now? I'm good and you? That's what he says, not so bad. And the rest of the BB gang, hashtag Bourbon Bar gang. I like that. Arizona, AZ, Jim Beam on Lemonade on Ice. Ooh. Sounds very good. Hanny Z says, makers spent all the money on that new label and made the 101 bottle look cheap. I love this new label. This is volume 1 of 5, by the way. I'm just noticing this now, which means that there's going to be 5 of this new wood finishing series, and this is the first one. And I will get all 5 if it's the last thing I do. Sure, you said everyone remember to lick the leg and like the lick. You guys know it's done. It's not allocated at all. Everyone's got one. Holy shit, that's hard to read. But yes, guys, please hit the like button. That would help us out. And he says, "Oh, hi, bourbon." See, it was so rye forward that it didn't feel like it. But now, here's what's confusing me. Is I don't remember this.
Here for
the pour.
yeah.
I don't remember this being that rye forward. You guys, everything but vodka, Holden. And I was wrong. I was like, what the hell? Okay, let's break it down. So this is Limousine Rye. This is a single barrel from Grainworks in Neenah, Wisconsin. This is 7 years old, 55.6% alcohol, and this is a double barrel bourbon.
Rye.
Double barrel rye. What the hell is wrong with me? Anyway, so I did say it was a rye. That's a point. I said it was finished. That's a point. Now I said it was 105 proof, and technically it's 111. And with the 5 proof thing that I give myself, that is not right. So technically it's 111.2. So even if I would have said 106, it still would have been wrong. But this was $49.99, and I guessed 45. So that is a point, which means I got 3 out of 4 points on that one. I obviously did not get the bottle guess correctly. Now let's break this down a little bit. I can understand the double oak aspect bringing through all of those more like those red fruity sweetness notes on the nose, making me not think it was a rye at first. But on the palate, I just don't remember such like rye aspects to it. And you know, maybe I just drank this bottle a lot, and I reassociated my brain with thinking that this wasn't a rye. I don't know, but it's very good. It does have quite the oak presence. That I suppose could have been a giveaway, but I don't think my guess was that far off for the double rye Manhattan barrels, because it does taste eerily close to like what I would imagine that tasting like, but. I digress. There is a mystery blend. Let's break into some of these new whiskeys here. I, quite frankly, am excited about all of them. Obviously, I have had a pour of them before, but sometimes second impressions are more important than first, and this one will be a first impression, and possibly by far the most exciting one of the entire night. I actually am so excited to try this guy. You guys have no idea. I'll go into it later, but basically, I love the Bourbon Junkies. I don't talk about it much because I don't want to be like that fanboy who's like slobbing on their knobs and stuff. But they're actually, I can confidently say, the reason, or at least one of the main reasons that I started doing Whiskey Tube. I just watched them a lot. They had so much fun all the time. It looked so much fun. All I wanted to do was buy whiskey and do blinds and screw around with my friends and drink it and do videos and stuff. It just sounded so fun. So that's why, you know, I kind of got into the YouTube space. Then I was a Patreon of theirs for a long time, and then they started putting out whiskey, and it took a while, but I finally got one, and I'm extremely excited to taste it. But that will come later. Right now, we have a little Maker's Mark action to go. So, Derek says, I swear every time you get that Limousine Rye, you guess some expensive, hard to find whiskey. Yeah, no kidding. It's good. That's why. I mean, it's just a really good bottle, especially for $50. It's hard to go wrong. And AZ says, just leave a bottle of the 46 in the backyard for 2 months and then finish it. Yeah, I mean, that would work. That limo sounds rich. hanging, it absolutely is rich. It's amazing. Peter says, love that limousine rye. Thanks again for the bottle. I'm glad you like it, Peter. Honestly, I'm so happy that I could like bring it to someone who's going to enjoy it like that. I'm glad you like it. It is a really good bottle of whiskey. Like one of my top tier ryes that I own to this day. Is Limo MGP? No. I don't think so. So Limousine Rye is part of the Dancing Goat Distillery in Cambridge, Wisconsin. And they actually are the same people who contract distill for J. Henry, I think, and Driftless Glen and Hatch. No. Driftless Glen distills their own now. But I know they distill, contract distill, I think, for J. Henry and Hatch Distilling, which are two decently sized. I mean, J. Henry obviously is large. Hatch is in Door County, Wisconsin.
What's in this? People have done that bourbon before.
Yeah. So, like, I believe this is their own distillate. It wouldn't make sense that they're contract distilling for other people and not providing their own distillate for themselves. So I believe it is their own distillate. But yeah, it is really good stuff. Oh, Peter says this is MGP. Look at Peter knowing more about the Wisconsin bottle than me.
Well, it's not like you ever do your homework.
That's true. Oh, yes. Distilled in Indiana, bottled by Dancing Goat Distillery in Cambridge. So I know that Dancing Goat does make their own distillate. Like I said, they contract distill too. But this in particular bottle is not. I don't. Maybe it's just the barrel picks. I know that some of their whiskey is their own distillate. That much I do know. Especially some of their bourbons, and I think maybe even their mainstream limousine rye. However, I have had their main limousine rye, which I think is just like a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old rye. It's not nearly as good as this. This is like amazing, next level stuff. Their mainstay one, it's good, but it's not on the same level. But thank you, Peter, for clearing that up. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about ever, but here we go.
The fact that Holden got a YouTube channel has kept you guys interested for the last 2.5, almost 3 years, it's insane.
You know, I think about that too sometimes, but I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. And I started to spend enough money on whiskey. Okay, so let's pour some of this Maker's in the Glen. I'm super excited. This is Maker's Mark, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, barrel finished with 10 virgin oak staves. So, unadulterated. The Heart Release, this is called, has notes of caramel, chocolate, and maple. Says right on the front of the bottle, otherwise I probably would have tried to not know that. The code is BR22A. It is 55.85% alcohol by volume. That makes it 111.7 proof. This is volume 1 of 5, bottled in April of 2024. So this only came to Wisconsin 2 months after release, but I actually haven't heard anything else about it apart from I saw it in the store, and I'm like, shit, that's new. It's a limited release. I'm gonna buy it because I love Maker's Mark products. So that being said, what are you doing?
I'm just checking to see if they have the things up.
What things?
To book tours, since we.
Oh yes, booking tours. That's always fun. I tried to pull the top off my Maker's Mark cast strength and nearly took my hand off. Screw top tricks. Yeah. My best way to pull the top off of things, I always pin it down with one arm and do it with the other arm because too many. Also,
we're getting close. Oh. What the fuck?
Today?
This is the day we're going.
Oh, so tomorrow.
So next week, probably, I would assume.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I try to avoid catastrophe. But also, did you know? I don't know if I know for a fact that the old Makers were a synthetic cork. Which, don't get me wrong, I kind of like synthetic corks. I think they're more nice when you're trying to keep a bottle for a while.
What would you have done if you would have opened that up and it was a regular cork? And you had like that effect in your brain where like you thought something the whole time, but it really wasn't that.
I don't know. I don't know. Stop making me think about that.
How many E's does Febreze have? He's just done.
3. 2?
One in the middle and then
F-R-E-Z-E-S.
Yeah. What?
Febrezes. Anyway. So, yes, not a synthetic cork. This is actual cork. Wait. No, wait, hold on. Just hold on. That's still synthetic. Hold on. This is weird. It's like they painted or they designed the new synthetic cork. Cover your face with this. They designed the new synthetic cork to look like real cork material.
Why don't you take a bite out of it and see if it...
That is actually really weird to me. I'm trying to find a real cork material. What? Of course, the one bottle in my room that I don't have open. Okay, I'm actually. Maybe it is a real cork.
I need to know. Is this something you guys find interesting, or can we move on?
I'm just saying, okay? I find it interesting. I've never seen something like that. It might just be a real cork. But anyway, so the cork is different. Also, it's nice they switched the spot on the wax to be lower. So like you guys can see on this cork, it looks like that. And then sometimes you pull it off and like the wax comes off. And then it's this super thin little cork thing. And it's super annoying when you're trying to get that dinky little cork out of the bottle versus this guy has a nice lip of wax underneath it so the cork's not going to fall apart. I like that. I like that a lot. But anyway, that's enough cork talk. Let's take a cork. You just stole my joke.
Did I really?
I was in the middle of my sentence saying I should just stick a cork in that subject. Unbelievable. Unreal. How dare you?
So, do you guys ever spend too much time with someone and like you guys think the same thing? One time I sang a song in my head and Holden started singing it out loud. And I
One time? That happens all the time.
That's why. So here we are now. We're moving on to jokes. Oh, we're that cheesy couple. It's okay.
That's a good thing. Hey, well, Peter brought up the cork topic. Thank you very much. That's why I brought up the corks. Okay, clearly I'm not done.
That's why you brought up the corks. I'm pretty sure you started talking about the cork.
Hank Z says need a head-to-head Driftless versus Limo versus Sagamore. Go. I did do a head-to-head between Sagamore Double Oak and this Limo Double Oak, which is actually a video on the channel. I did not have the Driftless in there, but the Driftless Rye, coincidentally, is also one of my all-time favorite ryes in the entire bourbon bar. So yeah. Whiskey Uncensored is here, says, butt stuff allocated. Burt Ben, welcome to it, man. How's it going? Definitely having some butt stuff today. Derek says, I have a Maker's Mark. I'm afraid to open because it has like half the bottle covered in wax. Oh, you got the Super Dunk. He's got a Super Dunk, everybody. I always wanted a Super Dunk. Cork hole. Yeah, cork hole. Lauren, no need to be subtle. Just smack him upside the head. 3 cork Sally.
3 of them. Oh my god.
3 of them. 3 corks, 1 cork hole.
I told you he was gonna hear.
3 corks,
running.
1 bum. Casey says, cheers, you bourbon-loving peps. If only he knew how to spell peeps. Cheers, Casey. Welcome to it, man. I'm glad you're here. Casey, I waited to give you the tasting notes until you got here. So nobody actually knows how I feel about these whiskeys yet. Casey didn't.
He bitched about the fucking cork for 20 minutes.
Casey didn't want me to let him know. Like, he knew I was drinking these before he got here, and he didn't want me to let him know how I felt about them. And I'm like, well, they're gonna be on the live stream, so either you come over before that or you get it spoiled for you. And he's getting it spoiled for him today. Ben says, I'm sorry you have a dinky little cork. Well, what can I say? It may be dinky, but it sure is small. Anyway, let's get this Maker's Mark on the nose. It smells as good as it did yesterday, which quite frankly is awesome. You know, I can never tell if these Maker's Marks because, like, they always smell good, and I can't tell if I just really love their profile or if they're always just bangers. But every time I smell one, it like takes me to another world. It's got that. Excuse me. Anyway, it's got that that nice weedy, bready aspect that I get on a weeded bourbon, but also has plenty of like toasted light red fruits. Like, I don't even know how to place it. A very light stone fruity, maybe. Definitely some caramel. Definitely, I can see the chocolate. I am getting a significant amount of maple in here too, which is actually good notes from the bottle. Chocolate's died down a little bit as much compared to the maple that I'm getting on here. It smells quite nice, but now I'm going to drink it. If I could stop splashing myself in the face, that would be super cool.
Because we all don't understand what's going on.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get it on the palate. Stop pulling my armpit hair.
I didn't touch anything. What if it's bad?
I would already know. I drank it yesterday.
Oh.
Or Sunday? Whatever day I drank it. All I can say is that it puts a smile on my face. I'm so happy. The fact that this bottle of whiskey is we call it $65, that's fucking insane all by itself. $60 for this bottle of whiskey. A limited edition, really good, at cast strength bottle of whiskey for $60 is not very common for this bourbon market that is surrounding us. Man, all I've told you is that it's really good, but I need to give you some actual notes. Let's do it. Okay. Ooh. So there is a very there's a decent amount of like a spice in here. Not super spicy, but like a decent like oak spice. The oak presence is there. Chocolate coming through more on the palate than on the nose here. I'm really liking. I think there's like a butterscotchy note in here. It's very light and sweet and like creme brulee-esque, which is very, very good for me. As far as fruit goes, I guess I wasn't really searching for fruit in that particular sip. But there could be some fruit in there. I'll have to go in again to try to find out. But what are you doing?
I'm looking at how long Katy Perry's dress is.
Well, what the heck? You're supposed to be talking to the people.
I don't know what it tastes like.
How was your old fashioned, by the way?
It's done.
Was it good?
It was good.
Do you need another one?
I don't know. It's a Tuesday night, and the tummy's gonna hurt.
It is a Tuesday
Look,
night.
it's still going. Hold it.
What does it say?
I don't know. You think you can read that fast?
I want to say there's a light orange note in here, like a light orange zest. Very light. Just a hint thrown in there. But I like the way it rounds that out with that nice dark oakiness and chocolate with the creme brulee, sweet, creamy center, and a hint of that orange peel. This is a very well put together bourbon. I like this a lot. That is good. That is good. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it. I love it. I want some
More
of it.
I tried so hard. I can't get enough of it.
That's not the words. I think
What
it's
is-
We Can't Rise Above It.
I think there's more than one way to sing it,
Don't
okay?
know what it is, but that whiskey's got it because I like it.
I love it. I want some more. I suppose I'll show you guys the actual bottle here. I'm gonna cover your face. You cover your face. There we go. So that's what the bottle looks like. It's got some information on the side. I love this new bottle shape. It started off, I think, with the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged, which I was unfortunately unable to get, but fortunately was able to taste from Mr. Casey Tisler himself. But I'm glad they're sticking with this new bottle shape for the limited editions. I really like that shape. It's really cool. Turkey says, is it a dinky little cork or a corky little dink? It does float. So, there you have it. Henry Z says, my Trevor's Knob Creek rye pick is pretty spectacular. I might have to have a sip later. I would love to see how a Knob Creek rye would do against my favorite ryes, like the Driftless Single Barrel. Really good stuff from them. Hank says, Holden is all hopped up on the French staves. Oui, oui. Yeah, mon ami, I'm all hopped up on the French staves, man. See. Wait. We.
That's so unattractive.
That's not very nice. Sherry says MGP rye gets significantly better with age. That's true. Casey says, Holden, you should have Lauren stop at Corks and Caps in Greenville and enter in the right to purchase bourbon allocation. They have Russell's 15 and Wild Turkey Master Keep. I just saw Russell's 15 going for sale on secondary this morning. Or no, not this morning. Right before the live stream, like an hour ago. $750 for that guy. Clearly not retail, obviously, but like, wow, that's expensive. I would love to get that. So hear that? You just gotta stop in a Corpse and Caps tomorrow and enter to win. I can get the Turkey Master's Keep.
You're not getting the Turkey's Master Keep.
Yes, I am.
You spent enough money.
If I see it, I'm buying it.
Over $100 worth on this table. I know you're gonna spend another $300. That's a fat no to me. It's a fat no to you.
We all know that if I see it, it's gotta come home with me. Isn't the new Wild Turkey Master Keep now $299?
Exactly.
No. Technically, MSRP is $275. But the only place I've seen...
You have one that you never drink. Ever.
Why do you think I never drink it? Because it's special.
So what? Let someone else.
How
have
often
something
do I drink
special.
these?
There's at least something.
The only reason I don't drink that often is because someone refuses to open boxes when she's pouring me a mystery.
Hey, I'm not the only one that's in charge here.
I like to open that one when I'm drinking it with people or putting it in blinds, but it's just like, it's a kind of whiskey that I like having and like deep going into, so I don't just drink it leisurely. You know? But yeah, I've seen an empty shelf where it was for $299, so that's probably about what most people are charging, I would guess. Bourbon School is here, says, cheers, guys. Hey, welcome to it. Bourbon School, cheers to you. Casey is saying, yes, it is, not live on the wall. It certainly isn't, but I heard it's great. Great. I heard it's good stuff. Oh, so it's a boat floater. Wait, what's a boat floater?
Your core.
Oh, yes, indeed. It's like a little submarine. I can yank it underwater, but otherwise she likes to sit right on top. I almost thought you were from Quebec for a minute, Holden. Well, you know, see, he likes my French accent. Down there in Quebec,
I don't like
fishing sure is good in Quebec.
I don't like the French noises.
Bino says, Lauren, kick his ass. No. He said kick is ass. And I don't know what is, so I'm clearly safe here. Casey says, I don't know what an MSRP is on Russell's 15, but hell, I'd buy it for a good amount. Yeah, I'd probably spend like $200 on Russell's 15. Absolutely. After Russell's 13 being a banger and me loving Wild Turkey products, I'd say Russell's 15 is probably the creme de la creme. But, moving on. Next up on the lineup here, we have the Little Book, Chapter 8. This one is called Path Not Taken. So, this Little Book is a blend of 18-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, which is a high rye, 11-year-old Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, 7-year-old Kentucky Straight Rye Malt Whiskey, and then there are 3 5-year Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskeys. Some of them are different char levels, and then some of them are different states. So 2 from Pennsylvania, 1 from Kentucky, 2 of them are char 4, and 1 of them is char 1. And then 1 4-year Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. So this bad boy comes in at 59.1% alcohol. That's 118.2 proof. And I'm excited. So let's get that bad boy in Glencairn here. Alright, gotta make sure they don't sting. I don't want to ruin a good whiskey with bad Glen.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells.
That Maker's Mark is so good. Holden MSRP is $250 on the Russells. Well then, fuck, I'd pay it. I think I'd buy Russell's 15 over Master's Keep.
What is wrong with you?
Maybe.
We're going on a whole ass fucking vacation where we just spent all of our money. And you can't just chill?
Maybe I'd buy both. I'd buy both.
His ass kicked after this.
Thing is, I would buy both if I saw both, and then if Lauren actually threatened the divorce, I would probably just sell them.
I have to
For
get
a
so
lot more
far
money.
to threaten the divorce. You can't just respect the
Listen,
fact
$250 for the Russells, and when
No.
I could sell it for $800. I'm just saying.
I just don't understand why you spend all of our money.
I make a lot of money.
Okay, I work 2 jobs.
So do I.
You suck dick in the corner. That's not fair to me.
My side gig is what pays for the whiskey. I don't.
No, because
Spend
my
money I
side
don't
gig
have.
doesn't get me crap.
That's not my fault.
Do you want me to take all the money? We'd have no money.
I mean, my side gig also pays for a bunch of other stuff. I'm just saying that the only time I buy whiskey is with money that I made from the side gig.
We're gonna have a serious talk after this.
Derek says, Lauren, like father and daughter, were both frugal, looking for bang for our buck at 3 Franklins. Someone better be pouring into my mouth for me.
You really hesitated there.
I thought, well, he said at 3 Franklins. I thought he was talking about a place. I didn't realize he was talking about 3
If
bands.
you don't even know, then you shouldn't be spending it.
Anyway, I do know. And listen, okay? My side gig made
No.
as
we're done.
much
I
as
don't-
my full-time job did this month.
No.
Almost.
We're done.
So,
We're done with this
There you go.
conversation.
I'm just saying.
You can pick one.
She makes it sound like I'm spending all the money that we don't have. But in reality,
You're spending all the money that
my side gig made like,
I don't care how much it made. Nobody cares how much it made.
I'm just saying. Bino says nothing wrong with that.
Bino's a single man.
Well, he was actually disagreeing with your father. But I like to take things out of context here. You wouldn't sell it, bro. That's the problem. See, that's what I mean, though. As long as I have it here, I can always say that I'll sell it until the effect that I spent the money wears
Until one
off.
day all the whiskey's gone. Because I donated it. Yeah.
That would be a cause for divorce. Just kidding.
That's gonna call for divorce?
No, I'm just kidding.
They're gonna take
I'd be
my
the
side in the
doggos.
divorce.
Holden, don't worry. I'll take them off your hands. Casey, that's true. I could just sell it all to Casey and then drink it still.
See, Taylor can't yell at Casey because she spends money on vacation. and he
Okay,
spends
hold
money
on.
on the whiskey.
Sugar says, repeat, Lauren. No need to be subtle. Just smack him upside the head.
See, they're all taking my side.
No money. Yeah, but look at all the whiskey I have. There you go. Hey, we're not broke. Okay, she makes it sound like we're broke. We are not broke.
I never said we were broke. I just would prefer that you didn't spend all of our money.
I am not spending money that we don't have. Okay, and I'm also still spending money on house upgrades, and I'm still I'm working at things. We're building our
We're
accounts.
done with this conversation.
I'm just saying, we're fine.
You don't know how to save, and you just need to be honest about it.
I do know how to save.
Oh, okay.
When I have something I need to save up for, I save quite
Moving
fast.
on.
Holden is going full mad lad with this new flavor saver. Oh shit! I am just saying, I paid $25 for the Sagamore I'm sipping on. That is true, but when you're on a YouTube channel, you can't wait for it to be on the clearance rack. Even though that's a great deal for that. I remember when it was $80. I went to whiskey buying rehab. I had a buying problem for a while. Well,
I feel like you're being serious.
it probably is. I mean, I'll probably have to go there eventually, but I would not buy this much whiskey if I didn't have a YouTube channel. So let's put that out there. Casey says, no, that's not true either. Lauren, LOL. She makes all her money for her vacations doing DoorDash or mystery shops. She hardly uses our money, to be honest, which I kind of feel bad about. Well, there you go.
All right. I'm
Her
gonna
side
text
gig,
Taylor tonight that is
her hobby.
So, but he's admitting that he spends their money on the whiskey.
Yes, but I'm spending my side hobby money on my side hobbies.
You don't have any side money.
What do you call the $2,000 that I made selling couches in the last 3 weeks?
That was supposed to go towards our vacation.
What is our vacation for?
Okay, so if you want to spend all of your whiskey buying money here in Green Bay,
That is less than I spent on
go for
vacation.
it.
No, here's
But
the
then
thing.
you don't get any money to spend on our vacation.
What I'm trying to get at is one of the bottles I really wanted to buy on the vacation is Wild Turkey Master's Keep. And if I bought it now, then I wouldn't need to spend that money on vacation. I could just not have to buy it.
Okay then. That doesn't mean you get another fucking $4 million bottle.
I'm not saying that's what would happen. I'm just saying that if I saw it in Kentucky, I'd be
I
like,
feel like we should do
I
a
want it.
poll. Does everyone think that Holden should have a limit, like a monthly limit that he's allowed to spend on the whiskey?
that would be a silly idea.
Because, like, I actually buy nothing. Like, actually buy nothing.
That is not my
What?
choice, nor did I ever discourage her from buying
I'm
anything.
so scared to buy something because we're going to be poor. Because it has a
We
whiskey
have
habit.
money. Okay. Looks like we're getting a little book. I said little twice. Looks like we're gonna get a little book in the Glen.
Are you drunk?
No.
Is that why you're being a fucking asshole?
What? I am not.
Okay, can you start drinking it? Nobody wants to watch you touch it.
Casey says, technically I get an allowance per month for whiskey because otherwise I'd go nuts. And if I go over the allowance, then I have to use my bourbon fund money.
Casey has an allowance.
Why are you... Okay, fine. We'll put an allowance on it, and then everything I make after that allowance from selling couches will just be my bourbon fund money. That's what he's saying. He says...
Wait. So you get an allowance, and then you get more on top of it?
He's saying that he gets an allowance of their money that he gets to spend on whiskey, and if he wants anything more than that allowance of money, he has a separate bourbon fund of money that he saves up from stuff he does, like trading or selling bottles of whiskey, that he gets to spend on more bourbon.
Well, yeah, but I don't have my second job for leisure money.
I don't have...
Therefore, your second job would...
But 70%,
after that.
but 70% of my second job income goes to our bills. I don't really...
So where does our regular income go?
Also to bills. And
We don't have
food.
that many bills.
And whatever else we do.
We don't have that many bills.
Yeah, but we do things together. I mean, we
We
spend
haven't been
$50 here,
often
$50 there. I mean, within the last 2 weeks we have.
This weekend was like the first time we did
Well, within
anything.
the last 2 weeks, I mean, we spent
Where'd we go last weekend?
I don't know.
Where'd we go? What did we spend money on? Because I don't remember, which means you might have gone out with your other wife.
My other wife. It was something. I can't remember at this time, but I could go back and look at our bank accounts. FOMO is a killer. That's true, Peter. I actually get FOMO really bad. Vacation whiskey, is that an actual loophole? Well, no, it's just I'm going to have a set number of money that I was going to spend on vacation.
Yeah, so we didn't want to go into our vacation with the world, like, as our oyster, because then we would spend all of our money.
Yeah, so I'm putting money aside for the vacation, and that's the money
That's the only amount of money that he gets to spend on whiskey.
Yeah.
Just us does whiskey spending money. Us actually just going out to
right, like dinner or like tours is different, but like money that I'm spending on allocated bottles or cool bottles or bottles I find in Kentucky that I can't get here in Wisconsin is that money. It's called budget.
I don't think you ever learned how to budget.
Yes, I did. I'm the person who runs our entire budget.
But we don't have a budget. We never sat down and was like, no, this is like, I get $150 and you get, we never did that.
Okay, that's because I know all the numbers in my head.
You're just telling me, you can transfer money now, or you can do this, or
yes, because I know when our bills come out, how much our bills are, how much money I make, and exactly how much money is left over after we pay off our old bills.
Work, and they tell me, I have it on my head. I say, bull fucking shit. Write it down.
Yeah, but
talk about it with your partner.
The people that you work with are not me.
It does. Oh, that's exactly what they say too. No.
I can lay it out in a line for you right now. I know
get
exactly.
Like a financial person to come in and topple them.
Yes, let's go pay someone to do our finances.
No, I meant like someone on team.
I'm just saying. I know what I'm doing. Have we ever gone broke? Have we ever been near broke? Have we ever had to struggle for money? No.
I'm not. You are too open on the internet.
Well, I mean, it's not like they don't understand.
I don't think you have respect for my money feelings.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I may have bought.
We're not talking about this now.
I may have bought a lot of whiskey recently.
That was my last point.
But these are like the only 3 bottles I've.
You're scaring Murtaugh.
These are the only couple bottles I've bought in the last like 3 or 4 months.
I'm gonna go buy a few pairs of Louboutins and then say, oh, I bought that with the money I made from Station 1, and then you're gonna say, the fuck you did, and then you're gonna understand how I feel. Okay, moving on.
I also say when the getting is good, get it, as in when the whiskey is dropping, buy it. I don't really buy stuff that's not impossible to find. So there you go. And I have passed on plenty of allocated bottles because it wasn't in the budget. So I'm not dumb. I know what I'm doing. I mean, really, tell me the last time I bought a bottle of whiskey just because I wanted that bottle of whiskey and it wasn't allocated. This sold out in like 3 hours.
You didn't need it. At least these two have a collection going.
This is hard to get shit.
I'm sure it is hard to get. But
This is allocated.
Didn't need it.
So you admit that I didn't need this.
You also probably didn't need half the shit that you don't fucking ever drink.
I drink it.
Really?
When I'm doing videos. Mr. Budget, if I see that Master's Keep, I just buy it for sure. Okay. To be fair, I did say that. And I did mean it, but that's because I know that I had money saved up for it.
I want to know where you're hiding all this saved up fucking money.
In my savings account.
No. That is our savings account.
You have your own savings account.
No, I have a separate account because we couldn't transfer my...
And I also have a separate account.
But none of the bills, it's our savings account. You take my hard-earned money and put it in there.
The hell I do?
Oh my god.
The only money that has ever been in my savings account is money for my checks. Your money doesn't go into my savings account. And I never I transfer my savings account money into our
now,
normal
otherwise I'm
account.
gonna get mad at you, and everyone's gonna have to watch me actually be angry.
She's gonna hit me. I'm gonna be in Chateau Bow Wow.
You might already be in it.
Internet allocated. See? That's absolutely true. You tell him, Lauren.
Bino's gonna come over here and kick your fucking ass.
It's been an hour and I haven't drank my freaking little book yet.
Because you're being a douchebag.
This is well worth the money I spent on it. Okay, this actually smells awesome.
I thought this was supposed to be gross.
This?
Isn't this one that was like people were saying wasn't good?
No.
What was that one?
Wait, like what?
I remember hearing you talk about it. That people were saying that it wasn't.
Chapter 6, the one behind this one. Because chapter 6 was the little book where they had a bunch of young whiskeys and it was all like malt whiskey and finishing stuff. So people hated on it, but I thought it was good. This is chapter 8, so it's got a lot of different stuff in it. But anyway, Casey says, so I can get your bank account info. Your bourbon allocation warranty is about to expire. Well, I'm not that dumb. The nosing
There's
was
not much in it, Casey. I wouldn't get too excited.
The nosing was a bit shady with that mustache, to be fair. Well, what can I say? The mustache actually filters it through, allows me to get more of the flavors and get rid of some of the ethanol. It's strategical. Hockey his ass. Sounds like I'm gonna get abused tonight. I'm thinking by now, Chateau Bow Wow is located in the middle of Lake Michigan. You are not wrong. If Little Book 8 shows here, I will get one. If not, I live without it.
See the nice mindset Peter has? I can live without it.
He literally just said the same thing as me, except in a better way. I said if I see the Master Keep, I'm gonna buy it. He said, if Little Book 8 shows up, I will get it. If not, I will live without it. If I would have just said, if I don't see it, I don't buy it, it would have been the same thing.
Yeah, but you were an asshole. That's why Beano's gonna come over here and kick your ass tonight.
That's true. Anyway. This smells it smells like a rye, but with a lot of nice bourbon-esque notes. It smells high age. Like it's got the oak. It's got the like dense body on the nose. It absolutely smells like full. The proof is there. There's a little bit of like a stone fruit aspect and a little bit of caramel. I want to say like some kind of like peaches or nectarines. Although last time I ate a nectarine, it was very unflavorful. So I struggle saying that note right now. But it would be in the peach / nectarine category. Oh man, it's got a little bit of that rye herbaceousness, but not like a whole lot of it. It's like a very light rye spice in there. It smells really good. I'm gonna drink it now. Okay. On the palate. Oh, I got chills there. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's good. It seems quiet in here now while you're yelling at me.
Would you like me to yell again?
Maybe there's a little bit for background noise while I do my tasting notes.
Let's all take note of this moment. Holden cannot sit in silence, so I have to yell.
Sometimes it's
So
nice.
any of those bitches that said I was mean can come and look at this fucking live stream and see what our life is really like.
That feels targeted.
At you, bitch.
This tastes actually awesome. I love the evolution with it. It's got that like that rye spice in it. The finish offers a great long, lengthy finish with spice and oak aspects. The fruit, I feel like I get a little bit of red fruit in there with the stone fruit this time. Definitely want to say peaches and maybe like peaches and like cherries in here. This is really, 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 really good. Like I like this a lot. I don't know what it is with like high age good proofed ryes, but they actually hit the spot. And to think I never thought I was a rye guy. Also, it looks like we're lagging a tad,
We
so
are.
maybe you could get off the internet.
Maybe you can get on the internet.
I'm gonna purchase like how much money have you spent on whiskey? Like 10 grand? I'm gonna go purchase something for 10 grand. And I'm gonna see how you feel.
It's fun.
Okay, would you like me to purchase more than that? Is that what you want?
Anyway,
Yeah.
but
We
yeah.
live with shitty internet, so Holden is paying more money on fucking bourbon.
And AZ says, but if you have the previous samples in your mustache, I would worry about cross-contamination. But you see, I don't let it hit my mustache.
Okay, you see what you should be worried
I let
about?
it
Though?
drizzle in my
Because
mouth.
this essential oils in it, that would be cross-contamination.
That's true, but I purposely did not put the oils in my mustache after my shower because I knew I would be drinking whiskey. Anyway, Nino says love you too. Oh, he loves me.
No, he's gonna kick your ass and he's like, love you.
No, I think he was talking to you. Lauren's going to great depths to hide the body. That's true.
I did not make any plans to make the pie.
I got my ears lowered today. Dang, my sidewalls are going gray.
Like your ears, like
You can lower your ears?
like a dog, like a dog goes like this.
I'm confused, but feel free to elaborate. Lauren is speaking more slowly today, or maybe I'm having a stroke.
Well, if
Well,
your sidewalks are growing gray and now I'm speaking really slow, I think
he
that
said sidewalls.
sidewalls, I think that you might need to get that checked out.
You need a stash refresher. Absolutely. I need like a little rinse in the stash. But I'm going to drink this again because it was awesome the first time, and I'm glad to see what it's going to taste like the second time.
My leg hurts. Uh-oh, that might have been for me.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. So good.
I've heard you say that in a really long time.
I know. This is really good. I honestly, I'd have to sit with it longer to give you guys some more official tasting notes. There actually might be some on this. Aroma. Complex blend of butterscotch, fresh dill, and toasted rye bread. Ooh, fresh dill.
There's dill in there, like the pickles.
Yeah, kind of like that double rye has dill in it. Maybe a light dill. I guess I can see that herbaceousness coming through as a light dill note. Toasted rye bread. I like that. A little bit of bready aspect, like rye bread. Oh my god! Actually, I know it's. What is that effect? Not Pavlov, but whatever it is that gets in your brain. This actually smells incredibly a lot like rye bread right now. That's an incredible note. I love that. The taste has floral notes intermingled with sweet apricot and heavy oak. Seems pretty spot on with what I said. And then the finish is full-bodied with notes of vanilla and lingering spice. So, overall, I really love the evolution of this. I love the flavors. I love the mouthfeel. I love the proof. I actually love everything about this. The fact that I got one is awesome. Not only did I get one, but I got two. One of which is probably going to end up being Casey's. But I was able to get two of them because I knew Casey wanted one. So, you're welcome, Casey. Anyway, that being said, time for possibly the most exciting whiskey of the entire night. Even though this one was awesome, and that one was awesome. But, this guy, the Night Stalker from the Bourbon Junkies Patreon page. This is 60% alcohol by volume. It is barrel proof, a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. This is volume 2. It's 120 proof. And it is a blend of 4.8 year Sagamore bourbon, high rye mash bill. 4.7 year Sagamore bourbon, low rye mash bill. 5.5 year Sagamore bourbon, low rye mash bill. 7.5 year MGP bourbon, high rye mash bill. 7.5 year MGP bourbon, low rye mash bill. So that is everything in this. Also, can we do a favor and appreciate this label art? Like, I love the way that looks. Everything about it. And then this is the information on the bottle. That's how they have it. It's like a little window thing. I love that so much. This is probably one of the most badass bottles looking wise that I have in the entire collection. So like kudos to them.
You say that every time you get a bottle that has anything but just a word on it.
Look at it. It's a whole like stained glass owl with like a little skull over it. Like this is cool. And Night Stalker. I mean that is a name. The Spirit Walker is a purple puma looking thing. Same kind of design with purple puma on it.
Wow.
Their normal bourbon, I think, has a bear, and then their rye is like something else. But I'm actually uber excited for this. Look at that, a Bourbon Junkies Glen. What are the odds that that's what I have left? Okay, power of suggestion. Yes. Thank you. Why do I always forget that? It's so very simple.
Who suggested something?
The tag on this, the rye red note, the power of suggestion. Hold on. We got. Oh wow, I'm pretty far behind here. Lauren is going to start prohibition on Holden. That's true. Sarah says, "Hi, I'm back. What I missed?" Sarah, you missed all of the arguing.
I wasn't arguing.
I'm gonna get downright murdered.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just expressing my feelings, and everyone here agrees with me.
Lauren doesn't approve of my spending habits.
Sarah doesn't approve of her husband's spending habits, so.
Well, her husband doesn't approve of hers. I think that's a mutual thing. Lowering your ears means you get a haircut. Oh, that makes more sense. Dilly. Y'all ready to get fucked up at 4th of July party?
I feel like it's gonna rain and no one's gonna get fucked up, but okay.
Wait.
It's not this weekend, it's next weekend, but it's non-stop raining. I can't imagine it's gonna just magically stop.
That's true. Luckily, it looks like the rain for this weekend is forecasted to be Friday night after 8 o'clock to Saturday morning, stopping at like 4 o'clock, which means tree cutting down times of day will be okay.
Do you have to wait for the tree to be dry, or is it okay to cut down?
No. It's okay to cut down.
You're sure?
Yeah. In the way that we're cutting that down, it's not going to make a difference because we're only cutting off sections at a time. Now, it might make a difference if it was a full tree. It might be harder to cut. But since Casey's going piece by piece, they're so small that if something happened, it'd be insignificant. But yes, I'm ready to have a good time at the 4th of July party. I'm ready to play some volleyball. I love intense family volleyball games. Haney said, size of my hair. Sheesh, you guys don't speak old man gibberish. Oh, I got a haircut today and the sides are going gray. Well,
that's why I was confused.
That's called that.
Holden said sidewalk.
Salt. No, I didn't.
Yes,
It's called
Dude,
the salt and pepper look, and I've heard that it's sexy.
Holden doesn't have one fucking gray hair. One day you'll be
I'm
white.
24.
Okay, and some people have gray hairs.
Oh my goodness. The banter. Anyway, the stained glass owl is pretty classic. It is, right? I love that. I love it. You're going to let rain stop you from getting fucked up? Yikes.
Look, we already talked about how we might have to leave and go get fucked up somewhere else and get picked up afterwards.
I'm always down for a good time, but not a long time. Sarah says, you and I will be dancing in the rain drunk, Lauren.
Oof. Hopefully it's not lightning.
Casey says, I'm going to hawk Tua on that tree.
Holden's not getting the hawk Tua because he doesn't know how to guess his whiskey correctly.
Sherry says, I had salt and pepper at 24.
I think it's extremely common to go gray in your 20s.
Trevor had gray hair when he was like 10. Or like he has like one patch of gray underneath, like in like a certain spot on his head, where if he lifts up his hair, like there's a
Do you
piece
think
of
it's
gray.
like the condition where like some people have like I used to work with a guy and he had like one of his not one of his eyelashes, just one eye of eyelashes.
Like that guy on TikTok who has a red beard and one streak of white right
Do
here.
you think it's that?
Maybe, possibly.
I don't think it's normal to go with that. You know?
Maybe he just was holding on to the machine that Magneto invented in the X-Men first movie, and he actually was played Rogue in that movie, and he got a streak of gray in his hair. Could be that.
Or maybe he played with Elsa too long.
Casey says I have gray hair or two. Kind of scares me.
Uh-oh.
What the heck? My uncle was 100% gray at 17. Silver fox at 17. Imagine that. But I still have a full head of hair, so there's that. Well, that's good. You know, it may be gray, but at least it's
gray
full.
or bald, because I would rather bald.
Yeah, but if it's gray, you can just shave it bald. You just told me you don't want me to be bald.
My problem is that I felt your head enough to know that you have like a pointy head. Not
Lauren
like a cone,
has
just
a weird attraction toward bald men, but apparently she doesn't want me to be one.
I just don't want to have a shaved head.
I would probably be too sexy for her to handle. That's why. Sarah says, yeah, he did have gray hair at 10 because he had a brother like you. Well, it's not my fault I treated him so well, you know? All I was trying to give him was that sexy salt and pepper look.
Trevor's cortisol
Clearly it
was
worked
just
out
a
for
little
him.
high, you're a little stressed out.
Yeah.
Middle child.
To be honest, the only reason he was so stressed out is because he was always yelling at me for being better than him. I mean, I don't mean that in a narcissistic way. I mean, like, he would beat me at video games 90% of the time, but boy, the 10% of the time that I won, hide, because hell is coming down. Anyway, or up. Anyway. Oh! Look at that drippage. That was a wet cork pop. I like that. Okay.
This cork is shaped funny, and it makes me uncomfortable. It looks like an uncircumcised penis.
Let's all take a minute, since we're talking about a lot of corks today. That cork shape is very bullet-like. It actually is the exact shape of a bullet. But, anyway.
Yeah, but with the line in it, it looks like an uncircumcised penis.
So, since I live in Wisconsin, and not one of the 45 states that this gets delivered directly to, I ordered this 2 weeks ago when it came out, and it has to go through. I'm pretty sure it goes to Justin's House of Bourbon, and then gets repackaged and then it gets shipped out from there to Wisconsin, because Wisconsin isn't one of the states that it can get direct shipment to, so it takes a while. But yeah, here it is. So. I know I said this before, but I'm going to say it again because maybe people weren't here, but this is a whiskey from the Bourbon Junkies, who are another YouTube channel. You guys probably all know them. They are the people that I started watching WhiskeyTube with. I mean, watching their WhiskeyTube was the first WhiskeyTube I watched. I fell in love with WhiskeyTube from watching them. They always looked like they had so much fun. They just really enjoyed hanging out, drinking whiskey, and doing fun stuff. They didn't take it too seriously. It was very fun to watch. I've actually watched through their entire channel twice. It seems now like I was a little obsessive. You
have obsession problems.
But I also have watched The Vampire Diaries 9 times. So when we're talking about me just keeping something under the desk at work, you can say watch, but really it's kind of more like listening. This is background noise. But anyway.
This is why he needs me to yell, because all the rest of his times, you're telling me background noise.
So I've been a long-time fan of theirs. I've been on their Patreon for a long time as well, probably 2 years almost. And then they started producing their own whiskey and bottling their own, whiskey from Evernorth Spirits is the name of it. And I finally got one, and I'm super excited for it. So that being said, let's get it on the nose.
What if it's bad?
Don't say that.
Let me smell it first. Blow the.
I didn't breathe in. I will catch on the comments, I guess. Oh, we got the hot tour. Oh, and the gray hairs.
It's alright.
Hawk Tua, the internet sensation lady, she might be Third Hole Sally. She actually could be Third Hole Sally.
If that's Third Hole Sally, I'm leaving home.
Y'all are too competitive. Check boss. Or me and Trevor.
Sure.
No. I'm friendly competitive. If I lose, it's not a big deal. Trevor is deeply, deeply, deeply competitive. As in, I have probably scars on my body from his competitiveness. I've been injured many times from his competitiveness. Pour in a storm. So, what are the stats on the Junkies bottle? So, I read them before, but it's 120 proof. It's a blend of 5 different whiskeys. There's one that's 4.6 years, 4.7, 5.5, 7.5, and 7.5. The 2 7.5 years are MGP bourbons. One's high rye, one's low rye. Then the other 3 are Sagamore bourbons, 2 low ryes and 1 high rye. So that is the info on it. And yeah, this is a blend of straight bourbon whiskey. So, Al Gordon says I really wanted that Junkies bottle, but not a Patreon member. Yeah, I mean, it's nice because this one actually was one that came down through all the different tiers, all the way down to like the $2 tier. So you don't have to donate a lot of money to be in the Patreon. It's literally $2 a month, I think. Which, by the way, if you guys want to become Bourbon Bar members, you guys can join for $2 or $7 a month. $2 if you guys just want to help out a little bit. That would get you exclusive access to content early. Whenever I get done editing it, is when you guys get to see it. Also, you get the stickers that people have been put in the chat earlier. And yeah, you get the little stickers next to your name and emojis, and it's super cool. So if you guys want to become Bourbon Bar members, that'd be awesome. And it'll help us out a lot. But that being said, it's super easy to become members of their Patreon and get access to stuff like this. But not all of their stuff makes it all the way down to those tiers, since they have like 2,000 Patreon members. But I'm going to get it on the nose now because I've been waiting long enough for this bottle. Let's do it. You think so?
No, I was trying to check your brain.
Oh, no. No, actually, it smells an incredibly large amount of cherry cream, which is like my favorite note in a whiskey. I love cherry. Like, it's giving me Russell's Single Barrel, Russell Single Barrel Calumet 15 vibes in here. Very large amount of cherry, a great vanilla cream aspect. It's super sweet. There's a good oak presence in it. It smells nice. Actually, it smells so good. I love a cherry note, but the oak presence is also like commanding. It's like not a dry oak, but like desserty oak, maybe even a little bit of chocolate as well. Which I don't know why I said it like chocolate, but it's chocolate. I'm gonna drink it. I'm excited. I can't wait any longer.
We've been sitting for a really long time. I can't feel my legs.
Okay. Stop. What did you say?
What did you say?
What did he say? Did you say orange juice? Oh, I thought you said orange cheese. I'm like, that does not make sense. Okay. This has so much red fruit in it. It literally tastes like I'm just drowning in a cornucopia of cherries. Like, but also, like, sweet cherries, like Pez dispenser, like cherry, like super cherry flavored, but like also sugary, like a Pez dispenser. This has body and spice. I was actually surprised that my little like on the finish was there's a good amount of spice that came up with it, like a cherry. Maybe a light cinnamon spice. It's like desserty though. Like a cherry crumble. There's a lot of that cream in it. The good oak presence. Maybe it's oak spice that I'm getting in here. Holy shit, this is like, so good. Okay, hold on. Let's do it again. Was that door always open?
It opened when you opened that door.
It's creepy.
It was spooky and there's someone looking.
I know. That's how I feel right now, and I got like goosebumps. I actually got goosies right now.
Oh, I don't have the goosies.
Anyway.
Our dog doesn't like that.
Anyway. Okay, let's get another sip.
La 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 la.
Okay. There's some things in here that I really, really, really enjoy. However, on the front of the palate, it is very oaky, actually. It has a slight tannicness to it. It's not super tannic. It's not off-putting by any means. But it does have that little bit of dry your mouth out type of feel, which some people don't like. I personally do like it. A lot of my bottles that have that dryness I do enjoy. One of which being like the Parker's Double Oaked Rye that came out, or Double Oaked Bourbon that came out 2 years ago, the purple label, and others, but very oaky, very sweet, super red fruit forward. It is dessert in a glass, but like cherry cordial. There's a chocolate aspect in there. Wow, the screen went black for a second.
Yeah, why did you do that?
Hold on. It's got one thing. It's paused. I don't know if you guys can still hear. Wow. Okay. They can still hear me. It's just what we're. Oh.
Did it pause on an ugly face of me?
I don't think so. You're never ugly.
I'm gonna kick your fucking ass after this. You know how some people.
What did I say? I just called you never ugly.
You know how some people have like possible faces? Yeah, I don't have that.
Okay, I don't know why I'm getting beat up for calling her attractive, but you know, that's the way it works here at the Bourbon Bar. Okay, I'm going for another sip. I just can't stop, and I won't stop, and I can't stop, and I won't. Okay.
I've been drinking too much today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm positive. I cooked Holden a like fancy ass dinner today, and he's gonna drink all the whiskey instead.
I'm excited to review this with Casey. I'm excited for Casey to try all three of these. I'm excited to hear what he thinks on this one in particular. This is fucking amazing. It reminds me of a Wild Turkey profile, like a good, like a single barrel Russell's, like I said. Very red fruit and spice forward with good oak. I like it a lot. Could be one of the best ones tonight, but that's hard to, to say about these whiskeys here. But, it's one of those things. Viking Bourbon's in the chat says, hey folks, cheers, Viking Bourbon, welcome to it, man. How's it going?
Guess where we were last weekend? Down by you.
Well,
right, Waukesha?
Yeah, actually. For some reason I thought last weekend was the Driftless weekend, but no, last weekend was 3 days ago. And yes, we were down in the Milwaukee area, in Waukesha and Mequon and all that stuff.
I don't mean to pronounce Mequon.
Hit the Mequon. Hit the Mequon.
I'm with you. That's not the Mequon.
Hey, Aziza had to break 6 p.m. rule and crack a beer. Ooh. Good idea.
Wait, so you're 2 hours behind us? Because I know Arizona's one without the thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now they're 2 hours behind us, not 1 hour behind us. Fall back. Yeah, so jump forward.
Yes.
Okay, so you'd be 2 hours behind now, but in fall, you would only be 1 hour behind us?
Yes. Indeed. But, yeah, good on ya. Dos Equis. Very good stuff. Okay. I actually still have all 3 of these glasses here, and I'm not going to actually do a blind, but I would like to do a little... Oh my god, that Maker's... Oh my... This Maker's smells like a flavored female chapstick. I don't know which one, but or maybe lip gloss. Women, you being one, have really yummy...
Clarification.
Really yummy flavored lip balm.
What kind of lip balm? What flavor?
Caramel creme brulee, vanilla. Oh my god. Okay, this has been sitting out for a while, so that's kind of cheating, but this smells fucking amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh, even a little book has stepped up, being open for a while. Obviously, this one doesn't get that advantage being just poured, but the little book also smells good. I think the Maker's definitely has the best nose out of these two. Okay, I think the Makers have the best nose right now, all setting out. I will probably maybe put these in a blind. I think they're all going at the end of the year because they're all really impressive for me right now. I really like all 3 of them a lot. Some of the best purchases I've made all year. But as far as taste goes, I think this one actually takes the cake, from what I remember. Peter says just like a jazzed up E.H. Killer bottle, or it looks like a jazzed up E.H. Killer bottle. Yes, it is actually the same bottle shape as E.H. Killer, and Redwood Empire, and New Riff. It's that same bottle shape. It's very distinct. I like that bottle shape, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, okay, so the Makers is also very good. I'd say my order tentatively though. Oh man, that's hard. No, fuck it. I'm not putting them in order like this. I have to do it blind because every time I think of putting one in front of the other, I get sad.
Oh, I don't care.
The Junkies palette is by far the best, but this Maker's nose is kicking ass. But I want to go like this. Junkies first, Little Book second, Makers third. But then I think about the nose of the Makers, and I almost want to put it like this. But we're going to have a separate video like that. So
Okay.
nice pronoun use, LOL.
LOL.
I don't remember using pronouns. 5:29 in Arizona right now. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy to think. Al says, Holden and Lauren, if you get to Colorado Springs, I'd love to take you bourbon hunting. Well,
I would love to go back to Colorado next year. If we have the money.
Yeah, I mean, we do plan on getting there, especially since our family lives there. We plan on going out and visiting them. We would love to hook up and hang out.
You're thinking of Gilmore Girls too much.
I know. I'm sorry. When I say hook up, I mean hang out. So in Gilmore Girls, which is a current show that we are watching, they use the term hook up as hang out, and
our time hook up means to
do it. But we mean to hang out. We'd love to hang out. So yeah, like I said, or like Lauren said, that may be more like a next year thing, but for sure, just like email me and keep us, in your email, or give us your email or something like that. And yeah, we'd love to hang out.
Or just continually come back to the.
Yeah, if you're here every week, we'll absolutely be. I mean, you don't have to be here every week, but if you're popping in, and you hear us say that we're going to Colorado, all you have to do is text us, and we'll be down to hang out for a night. I mean, we did it with multiple people. We saw Peter in Canada, and we saw Sugar Kitty in Jersey. We saw Ben in New York. We almost saw Joe Dickinson, who comes on after the stream's over.
But we needed to go.
But Ohio was not meant for us. So, but we had a whole tour, so we're absolutely down to hang. International Bottle Distributors, number 3 bottle.
The shape? That's the number 3 bottle shape?
Oh, thank you. Yes. The bottle
not
shape.
driving after this, so.
Well, good thing I'm at home. Yes, the bottle shape. It is a good bottle shape. I like it. I will be back. I'll be back.
Not to disappoint you, but next week Casey's gonna be here, not me, so it's not gonna be as fun.
Oh, is he? Casey, what are you doing next week?
He already knows.
Does he already know?
Yes, he does, because I specifically told him to his face.
All right. But yes, awesome. Well, love to have you back. Always love people coming in. When are you guys shoveling snow? We'll be golfing in shorts. That is nice. I can confidently say I'd rather be golfing in shorts than shoveling snow. However, I like snow sometimes. I love a white Christmas. Spooky season does not hit the same without the cold, creepy, fall weather.
It doesn't need to be cold. It just needs to be 50.
I'm in the Halloween mood right now. I don't know why. When you said something about it before,
it's fucking rain. Why are we here?
I like summer. I love summer. It's actually my favorite season. But I'm a sucker for spooky season too. Casey says yes, I know. You want to watch Gossip Girl next? Give your balls a tug, Holden. Well, the joke's on you, Hanging AZ. I've seen Gossip Girl 3 or 4 times now.
Holden actually made me watch Gossip Girl when we first started dating. Same with The Vampire Diaries. Same with New Girl.
XOXO.
What was the other one that you made me watch? There's another one.
You're there. Wait. Gossip Girl, New Girl. Vampire Diaries, all and the originals technically. That one's a lot less girly though. To be fair, I don't know. I feel like there's more.
There is another one, like girly ones. Those are like Game of Thrones. That's not a girly show.
Yeah, I tried making you watch Arrow, but again, not a girly show.
I know it's kind of sucked.
Okay, hot take. It's Dickens. Hell yeah, I miss that motherfucker. Hopefully he hears me say that and then he comments on the after show, which doesn't exist. It's just he watches the reruns.
There's an after show. The Bourbon Bar / OnlyFans.
Give him that to fake news. I just made that up. Oh, the other thing maybe? I'm like, how could you make up giving my balls a tug? Because I absolutely. The Boys is the next one to watch. Oh, great show. I just finished watching it for the second time, and I watched the first 4 episodes of the new season. Could confidently say that show is fucking legendary. I mean, honest to God, it's a little fucked up, and by a little, I mean a lot. That show is crazy what they're willing to show on that show, but it is so good. It really makes you think about, like, how fucked the world is, honestly. Anyway, don't want to get into that, but it's a great show. I love The Boys. I could drive a few hours to see snow and leave it there. You're not wrong, but it doesn't hit the same. Oh my God.
No. Oh my God. I don't even watch that.
Oh my God. Chandler Bing? Yeah, we haven't watched Friends since he died, though.
No, I can't bring myself to do it. It makes me too sad.
But yeah, so I think it's about time to wrap it up. Hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah,
Pretty
we can get
decent
back to our
live stream.
Gossip Girl. I mean,
Gilmore Girls. What is it? I'm trying to think of the other show.
I know, I can't think of it either.
Are you sure there's one more?
There has to be.
I've made you watch so many things.
I'm going to look up girly TV shows and see what comes up.
I mean, I have watched One Tree Hill, but only like 2 seasons
I watched
of it.
One Tree Hill like
Before you met me.
Yeah, like way back when.
Honestly, I don't know if there's one.
I mean,
I just know of Gossip Girl and The Vampire Diaries. I wouldn't say New Girl is a girly show. New Girl is just a hilarious sitcom.
but if you're gonna say Friends is a girly show, which it is.
No, it's not.
Okay, but
Do you know how many guys love Friends?
because their girlfriends make them watch it.
And then again, do you know how many guys I convinced to watch The Vampire Diaries and all of them fucking loved it? So, I digress. I made up the name of the bottle. Oh, wow. Oh, the Dos Equis bottle. Gotcha.
Okay, so this
Pretty Little Liars. I have watched
I've never
that.
seen Pretty Little Liars. Okay. So this article is titled, hold on. It is titled Best Girly Teen TV Series.
Oh.
So, and on here is Teen Wolf.
Oh, Teen Wolf. Great show. Love that show.
How I Met Your Mother is also on here, which I didn't make you watch How I Met Your Mother, but you watched
I
that.
did watch How I Met Your Mother.
I watched that.
How is that a girl show?
I don't tell you.
It's literally about men picking up women. I mean, that's the gist of it.
Yeah, but like
Teen
it's
Wolf is
like
one that's-
heartwarming tea like kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think they don't learn.
Boys is jumping the shark a bit. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but if you're saying they're getting a little edgy, they've been edgy since day one. Outer Banks, great show. Lauren actually has not watched it. She, I think, refuses to watch it because she doesn't find the main character attractive.
Watch it. I've just never even thought about it.
Casey says, I bet you've watched Brokeback Mountain a couple times, Holden. Just once. That's
That
all.
was not with me.
And that's all. Yes, it was.
How? I don't remember watching it with you.
We literally said you had to write a fucking book or a movie report on it. And I came over and you made me sit there and watch it with you. In that little dinky room because it was COVID or something. But that's all it took, Casey. Why do you think my lovin' is so sweet?
He practices for you.
Oops. Haney just says Holden is working on his sensitive side and then he watches The Boys. No kidding.
Well, it has to have a balance.
That's true. Peter says, I have 3 daughters, so I know. To be honest, they may be girly shows, but they're so fucking good.
Okay, So Gilmore Girls was kind of stupid for the first 2 seasons, like really boring, and I struggled to get through them, but I'm like, I'm already halfway fucking through, I gotta finish it. And then just one fucking day, it got super interesting, and that just happened to be the day that Holden was sitting there, and he's like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
And now I can't watch it without.
Well, it's one of those things where she started off as like a little high school girl and like high school drama, and like it was very innocent and whatever. But like now she's like an adult and she's in college, and like it's more adulty things that are happening. And I don't mean like in a sexual aspect. I just mean in like it doesn't seem so stupid and trivial.
But if they remade it, like if it was made in today's and like streamed, so like they could play anything, then it would be even better. I think that this show would be better if it was made today. I personally
It'd be really
think
good.
that. I think that they would have real sex on it instead of this innuation that there was sex. I'm sorry, I need the sex. I'm sorry. How the heck am I gonna, like, why am I watching it then?
Alice he's been in the
Why
spring.
didn't you continue my conversation? Now I just look like a horny lady.
Oh, sorry, I was reading this while we were talking, but she's right.
I want you to make another comment. Why it would be better?
I don't know. I feel like it was very old-timey, like, every time they were going to do it. I mean, maybe...
It's not just the sex. I just feel like they make something happen at the end of an episode, and then you start the next episode, and
they definitely leave a lot to be implied into the imagination, and not like have an argument or like something, like shit will go down, and the next episode it'll just be like a completely different like scene. It'll be like a week later, and I'm like, whoa,
fuck
what
you
happened?
then, bitch. Okay, let's be done.
We're lagging a little bit, but first I'm gonna catch up here. Al Gordon says he's been in the spring since 1964. Probably the oldest subscriber here. So it makes him 60 years old.
I don't know how old everyone is, so.
That would be, but 64 to 24 would be 60 years old, right? Yeah.
Sure.
So you'd be about 60 years old. So I don't think you're the oldest subscriber here, Al. But that's not for me to say. Henry Z says, watch Buffy the Vampire Hunter, but Sarah was hot. I've never watched, but I like the sound of that. Anyway.
You want Sarah to be hot?
You ruined it. You ruined it. Henry Z says he watched Brokeback and then tried to get Casey to go camping with him the next day. Joke's on you. Casey said yes. Hot chicks doing karate? Yes, please. Al Gordon says exactly. Well, I was right. There you go. 60 years. But okay, guys, that is going to be the end of the live stream. Thank you all so much for being here. If you guys haven't licked the like and liked the lick, you guys know how to do. Hit the like button on your way out. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you become a subscriber, that would help us out a ton. If you want to become a member, like I said, $2 or $7 a month, it's up to you. You don't have to, but any help is appreciated. In conclusion, I did guess that was a rye, the Mystery Glen, so at least I got a good 3 points on that one today. The Maker's Mark limited edition for $60 is fucking amazing. You should absolutely buy this if you see it for $60. Crazy. Little Book Chapter 8 was $150 MSRP. Very, very good. If you have the money to stretch it and you like a nice full-bodied rye with a lot of bourbon aspects to it, very good. Absolutely buy it. I know I can't tell you guys to buy this one, but it's so good. It's so good. It's really good. If you guys had the opportunity to even just be like, get a chance to get one of their bottles, I'm sure like a lot of their bottles are going to be good. I don't know if they're going to be this good or better or worse, but it seems like they know what they're doing over there. They're pumping out good stuff. So absolutely check that out. Some Serious Girls in Smallville as well. I've never seen Smallville, but I do love, I do like Tom Wellings? Wellings? No, is it Tom?
I don't know.
I think so. I think it's Tom Wellings or something. He plays a character in Lucifer, which, by the way, Lucifer, great show. Casey loves Colorado Springs, beautiful area. Al says, but over 40 years of drinking whiskey, though, there you go. I'm only 4 years. Holy shit. Well, 3 to 4 years of drinking whiskey. Seems like a lot
You're gonna be
longer and
25
also
in like a
shorter. I know.
That's not okay.
That's
Ew.
crazy.
Oh man, I have to have a breakdown for your birthday too.
Why? Casey says, cheers, y'all see you next week. Casey, see ya. Hanging, he says, Zia hanging. Hey, you guys, make sure you guys are going to... Make sure you guys are going to go check out all the other people who are streaming tonight. I know the Junkies usually stream. 21090 is typically on.
Oh my god.
Marta. 21090 is typically on after the, on the... Did he take a shit in here?
No, he probably.
What is that smell? Oh my god, bro. Do you smell that?
No.
Oh my god, that smells horrible. Okay. Something is...
He'll never pooped in the house, but today he's gonna do it.
I don't know. It
Just
smells like
outside.
it smells like poop in
He
here.
probably farted.
Holy shit. Shit Lucifer is a great show. Absolutely good show. Forgot about that one. It's amazing. I love that show. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Go check out all the people who are live streaming tonight. Someone will put it in the chat. Probably Sugar Kitty if he's still here. But thank you all so much, and we'll see you all in the next class. Cheers. What?
I just, your like nose
It
is broken.
stinks in
I don't
here.
smell anything.
It stunk.